Once upon a time, in the vast and untamed savannah, there was a little baby rhino named Kazi. His mother, a strong and protective rhino, always kept a watchful eye over him as they roamed the endless plains together. But one day, while they were grazing near a cool watering hole, a sudden fierce storm swept across the land. The winds howled, and the rain came down in torrents, blurring everything around them. In the chaos, Kazi was separated from his mother. The storm seemed to swallow up everything. His mother's deep, rumbling calls, the familiar scent of the grass, and the comforting weight of her presence. When the storm finally passed, Kazi found himself alone in a dense patch of trees, far from where he had last seen his mother. At first he stood still, waiting for her to come back. But as the hours turned into days, Kazi realized that he would have to find his own way in the world. Though he was small, he was brave, and he knew that the wild was both beautiful and dangerous. With a mix of fear and curiosity, he began his journey through the unfamiliar wilderness. Kazi wandered through thick forests where the trees whispered in the wind, and the earth seemed to rumble beneath his heavy footsteps. He met strange animals, giraffes towering high above him, mischievous monkeys swinging from branch to branch, and sleek cheetahs that seemed to melt into the golden grass. Each encounter was a reminder of how different the world was without his mother by his side. One day, Kazi stumbled upon a large, clear river. The sound of the rushing water filled the air, and the sight of it made him pause. He had never crossed a river before, and the current looked strong. But Kazi, determined to find his way back home, decided to try. He waded into the river, feeling the cold water rush past his legs, and with every step, his confidence grew. The journey was hard, but he was learning to survive. Days passed, and Kazi found shelter in a quiet valley, where the land was dotted with vibrant flowers and tall grasses. Though the valley was peaceful, he longed for the comfort of his mother's presence. He would sometimes hear distant rhinos calling, but none of them sounded like his mother. Then, one afternoon, while Kazi was resting beneath a large tree, he heard a familiar sound, a low, reassuring grunt. His heart leapt in his chest. He followed the sound, his ears perked, and his eyes scanning the horizon. And there, standing at the edge of the valley, was his mother, strong and steady as ever, waiting for him. With tears in his eyes, Kazi ran to her, and she nuzzled him gently, her familiar warmth washing over him. The storm, the wild and the uncertainty had all led him back to her. Kazi had grown during his time alone in the wild, learning how to navigate its challenges and dangers. But now, as he stood beside his mother once more, he realized that home was not just a place. It was wherever they were together.